Hello and welcome to today's interview session. So before we proceed to our interview session, let me introduce ourselves first. I am Yap Heling and I'm a semester 4 student studying Bachelor of Development Management at UUM and currently taking communication as my minor. Now I'll pass it to my partner to let her introduce herself first.
Hello, I am Nur Najir Hamidi Idros and I am SEM 4. My major study is Development Management and my minor is Communication.
Okay, so the two of us will be conducting this interview today. And our interview topic is about the effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccine promotion on the anti-vaccine groups. In today's interview, we were lucky to have a friend who was able to be our guest for this interview. Let's welcome EU. Hello, EU.
Hello, I'm EU.
Hello, and welcome to our interview. Would you please simply introduce yourself?
Sure, thank you for your warm welcome. My name is Ki EU and I'm 20 years old. I come from Ipoh Perak and I'm an accounting student in UUM.
I see. Welcome again and nice to meet you. Okay, so before we get into our topic today, I would like to ask you, have you ever had a COVID-19 vaccine before?
Yes, I have had 3 vaccines since the COVID-19 outbreak. So the first 2 vaccines are Sinovac vaccines, and I got my booster dose before I came over to my university last year. So I felt so lucky of having the vaccinations for free because it was offered by the government through my Sejahtera. And as soon as I received the appointment, I just went to the hospital following the time and date to get my vaccines.
Yeah, I also believe that everyone here also make an appointment to receive the vaccine as soon as we knew about the launch of the COVID-19 vaccination. Then do you think the vaccine is work for you?
Yep, it definitely works on me. At least until now, I'm still clear from the COVID-19 virus, and hopefully I won't get infected in the future as well.
It's true that the COVID-19 vaccination could help us to reduce the risk of infection. However, did you know that besides there is a group of us who have been vaccinated, but there's also another group who are against the vaccines, and we call that the anti-vaccine group. So here comes our main topic. Do you know about the anti-vaccine groups and what do you think about it?
Yes, I'm aware that there are a group of anti-vaccine people in this community. I think that an anti-vaccine group is a group of individuals that are actively against towards the COVID-19 vaccine. And this group are often hesitant towards vaccination due to the misinformation and the spreading of the conspiracy theories from untrustful sources. So there are a variety of platforms such as the social media, websites, and public gatherings that spread bad messages about vaccination and influence the public opinion. And I personally feel that the anti-vaccine people are quite close-minded, rigid, and they are also afraid of accepting new ideas.
As you say, this group of people are against the vaccine so much due to the spreading negative information about the vaccination for this reason. So, in your opinion, what are the other potential reasons for the presence of the anti-vaccines?
The first reason that I could think of is that maybe like they are fearful of the side effects coming from the vaccines. So this is maybe because some individuals may have heard or read about the potential negative effects of the vaccines and may question their safety or believe that the risk outweighs the benefits. And next, as I've mentioned about the misinformation and the misconception popping up from the socials or any untrustful sources. So this is all due to the misleading information that may raise suspicious doubts about vaccine. So therefore, they refuse to take the vaccine. And lastly, they might get influenced by their peer groups who are also against vaccination. So people may be more likely to adopt anti-vaccine ideas if they are surrounded by like-minded individuals or influenced by close friends or family members who hold anti-vaccines beliefs. So that's all about my opinion.
All right, I understand your view. Thanks for giving us this useful information about the anti-vaccine. And now we will move on to the next session of the interview, which will be conducted by my partner, Nat.
Thanks, Belling. So now I will continue with the interview, just now we have discussed the anti-vaccine in our society, and we have found that there are actually certain reasons for the causing anti-vaccine groups. As I remember, EU mentioned before that you were vaccinated. So we would like to ask EU, what are your view on promoting the COVID-19 vaccination among the anti-vaccine group?
I understand that the whole world has been promoting the COVID-19 vaccination since the outbreak of COVID-19. So personally, I think that promoting COVID-19 vaccinations among the anti-vaccine people is still a challenging task, especially when the COVID-19 situation has been recovering since last year, which is 2022. And they might think that the COVID-19 vaccines are not relevant anymore, and their resistance towards the possibility of suffering the side effects are even higher.
All right, I see your point. So we know that vaccination promotion is often presented in the eyes of the public to encourage vaccination. But in your perspective, do you think that vaccination promotion on anti-vaccine groups is a success or failure? Tell us why.
I think that the vaccination promotion on anti-vaccine groups is actually quite a failure, I guess, because I think they are often more leaning towards believing in their own mindset, and their stubborn personalities make them even more unable to accept new ideas from the promotional campaigns or programs.
I respect your view. Let's move on to the next question. We know that our local authority have played an important role in promoting the COVID-19 vaccination among the public and anti-vaccine groups. Then, what do you think is the role of the government, healthy agency, or any organization in communicating about vaccination to anti-vaccine groups? And how do you see the effort in solving the anti-vaccine issue?
For me, I think that the government or health agencies should have tried harder to persuade the anti-vaccine groups to take their vaccines, at least like the starting 2 doses. However, due to the overflow of false information spreading in the socials, the reaction from the community did not show a positive sign.
Yes, I understood. Our healthy agency and organization need to play an important role in giving a clear perception of the benefit of vaccination. I believe that they do their best to promote vaccination to the anti-vaccine. So it's finally now we have having our last question for the interview. The question is, in your opinion, what other activity do you suggest that can implement to reduce anti-vaccine and convenience them to get vaccinated?
In my opinion, I think a better way to convince the anti-vaccine groups to accept the vaccination is by having the official bodies to create more videos and more infographic poster and posting it online so that it gains public attention. And another way that I can think of is as a vaccinated individual, I can try to encourage my friends and family who are anti-vaccine to get their vaccines by slow talking to them. And if it still doesn't help much, I guess as a vaccinated individual, we should take extra care of ourselves by wearing masks and also constantly sanitizing our hands so that we won't ever get infected.
Thank you very much for your answer and the information you provide. Now we have come to the end of the interview. Let me invite Pei-Ling to summarize what we have gained today.
Thank you, Nat, and thank you, EU. From the interview just conducted, we have gained a lot of information from the perspective of the interviewee. From the point of view of the interviewees, we conclude that the effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine in reaching the anti-vaccine population still needs to be improved. This is because there is still a small group of people who are very resistant to vaccination. But the good news is there is also a large group of people who have started to accept and receive the vaccine. So this is certainly a benefit to society. And there could also be more vaccine campaigns to increase the accurate information about the vaccine to encourage the vaccination. So that's all from here. Once again, I would like to thank Nat and you for accompanying me throughout the interview session. And special thanks to you for taking the time to speak with us today. It has been insightful and informative. It's a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so that's end of our session. And thank you and take care, everyone. So have a good day.
You too. Goodbye.